Hello, magical butterflies. This is Xtina from ButterflyIntuition, Divine Guidance. Hope everyone is having a magical day, night, or afternoon. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Today, I'm going to be bringing you part 1 of the 11-part Twin Flame Healing series that I will be doing. In part 1, I will be focusing on the unconditional love connection between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. My intention for this series is to resonate with as many twin flames as possible to bring healing guidance to the connection as well as each individual twin flame, and to give a better understanding about what the twin flame journey is about. When I'm channeling for the divine masculine, I refer to the masculine as he. The masculine is just an energy. A divine masculine can actually be a man or a woman. And when I channel for the divine feminine, I refer to the feminine as she, but that is also an energy, and a feminine can be a woman or a man. So please take it as it applies in your connection. When the divine masculine and the divine feminine meet in the physical world, there is an instant connection. They feel very drawn to each other. Using the analogy like a moth to a light, they're just drawn to it. They can't help but go near it, despite hardly knowing each other. They ignite a spark in each other, and they just want to be together. They want to get to know them. They just want to be around them. The connection is a very deep soul connection because they share the same soul, and they have a very deep telepathic connection in the 5D. They can communicate to each other through telepathic messages. They can feel each other's energy. They can help each other transmute energy from each other. And they also can communicate through signs and synchronicities, such as totem animals, songs, words, letters. A twin flame connection has a very deep past life connection. Each twin signs the soul contract before they both are born into this lifetime. And this soul contract is a bound contract agreeing to what will happen in this lifetime. They usually bring past life karma with them into the current life so it can be cleared. So if you're not familiar with past life karma, just past life connections in general, you may want to look into what a past life connection is and do a past life regression just to see if there's some type of past life karma that would need to be cleared in your twin flame connection. The unconditional love that is between them is like no other. It doesn't matter if they're together, if they're single and just focusing on themselves, or if one or both of them are with a karmic partner or a soulmate. It doesn't matter. The unconditional love that the divine masculine feels for the feminine will always be there. And the same goes for the divine feminine. They just have a very deep connection, and a twin flame connection is very rare because a twin flame connection is very difficult. It's intense. It forces you to look at the dark side of yourself, because your twin flame mirrors to you things that you don't like about yourself as well as things you do like, and you do the same for them. So that is why I believe wholeheartedly that not everyone is a twin flame, but of course you are entitled to believe whatever you believe when it comes to any type of spiritual connection, and we can respectfully disagree. So let's read into how both counterparts felt when they met each other. So first, I'm going to go and concentrate on the divine masculine. So the deck I'll be using to get some cards and some messages on how he felt when he first met his feminine is the Divine Connections Oracle by Queen of Light 1111. The first card is Shiva, Destruction. So his life was probably in chaos in some capacity. Maybe he always went from relationship to relationship, not wanting to commit, running away from commitment. And when he met his feminine, she was in front of him, and everything that he had wanted in a partner was in front of him, but he knew he would ruin this connection, just like he has done every other relationship. So he went into soldier mode, where he wanted to just remove the obstacle, which was going towards her, because a lot of divine masculines, when they're in that unawakened energy, in that destruction energy where they don't want to face their dark night of the soul, what happens is they'll remove obstacles. So what he probably did, he removed the obstacle of tuning into his feelings, and he went in a different direction. He either went in the direction of a karmic partner, staying on his own, focusing on his career, but he just went into that battle where he didn't want to he didn't want his feelings to win the battle. So he chose to just casually date and go in a different direction. Now, he may have told his feminine this, or he may not. A lot of divine masculines chose not to do that. So divine masculine, he definitely chose to go in a different direction. He chose to go in other connections, perhaps with karmic partners, even soulmates, if he was just not looking to be with his twin flame. But most of it was definitely karmic partners. So after he walked away from her, he definitely went on this journey, and then he just started to see that his feminine was everything that he had always wanted in a relationship, but he just never had the strength to maybe tell her or to go in that direction. So now he is back to square one, where he needs to remove these negative energies that was causing the destruction and the chaos in the first place when he met her. So he is being shown that he needs to have a rebirth in his life. He needs to awaken to who he is, who she is, and what their connection means together wholeheartedly. So that is what I have for the divine masculine. So now let's get into the divine feminine, how she felt when she met her divine masculine. So the deck I'm going to be using for her is When Spirit Speaks by Heather Filona, medium on a mission. Okay. So when she met her divine masculine, her prayers were answered. He was the person that she had been wanting to call in for some time. She felt intuitively the minute she saw him that he was the one. He was the one that she's been waiting for. She knew her entire life that there was someone out there for her, and she knew she would meet him when the time was right. When she met him, she instantly wanted to have a new beginning. She wanted to get to know him. She wanted to date him, and she could see the two of them getting married and having children. He showed her all the abundance that could happen in a love relationship, that she could have the happily ever after that she always dreamt about. But unfortunately, there were unseen circumstances when it comes to her masculine that she did not expect. Perhaps when she made it known that she was interested in him, she assumed he would say yes, he would call her, and he didn't. And he ghosted her, or he just blew her off. And she had an expectation, she had a desired outcome, and it didn't happen the way she wanted. So she found the willpower to go within, to really look at the situation, to see why this happened, and it took her down a path of finding union with herself. And she perhaps needed to do some soul searching. She probably felt it in her solar plexus chakra, where she just didn't understand this amazing connection she had with someone, and he would just not act on it, even though intuitively she felt he wanted to. So the solar plexus chakra is very in the area of where the intuition is, At least that's how I feel it is. So she maybe for a time stopped listening to her intuition, and she went into ego mind, where she definitely just listened to her ego mind, but she found the willpower to find herself, to get on her path, and to listen to her intuition. And she has now graduated from listening to the ego mind and is now listening to her intuition. She is trusting her intuition, trusting everything she is being told and shown on her twin flame journey. And she is making the decision to either stay on the journey if she chooses. And if she does, she just stays in the energy of, if the two of them are meant to come back together, they will. If not, she knows Spirit will bring her a soulmate or a soul flame, because she is now working on healing herself from staying stuck in this energy, and she wants to awaken and to come into union with herself. So that is what I have for part 1 of this series. If this is resonating with you and you would like to dive deeper in the extended reading, I'm going to be going over how the divine masculine and the divine feminine feel about each other right now in the present moment. Get some additional guidance messages from Spirit for both divine masculine and divine feminine, as well as sending each other channeled messages from their higher selves. So if you're interested in that, the link to my Patreon is below. If not, no worries. I will see you in part 2. If you're subscribed, make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified when I post part 2 of this series. Sending you love and light. Stay safe and stay healthy.